I'm not taking any jurisdiction over your personal property, sir. I'm taking jurisdiction over you. Both of you, this case has been going on since May of last year. In this case, Ms. Simmons has a payment for child support, and she has a payment of $87 a month as a repay for my mind is not that efficient, to paying 437 plus 87, I think is what I said. All right, the child support payment is supposed to be $524 a month. Looking at my notes over time, both parties were present of last year. I've given multiple resets, and then he was here October, and then I dismissed the case because you were.
Right from the jump, notice how the judge asserts control. She's not claiming ownership of property. She's claiming authority over people. That's a legal distinction most sovereign citizens miss completely.
In order to pay child support, and I've already given you the opportunity of what I call redeeming yourself. Looking at, mom has custody of Abraham, Asher, and Naomi, 3 children. That's not a lot of child support for 3 children anyway, but all right. And so looking at your child support order, it looks like you April. And then when we came to court last month, DCSS said that they saw that you may have had a job and they were trying to see if they could get the child support taken directly out of your paycheck. I reset the case to give you a chance that if there's an income deduction order, I would know. Last payment mom received was April, I believe. And so that's May, June, July, August, September, October, November 7th.
This line is key. The judge actually dismissed the case once because the parent was following orders. That's rare. It shows that compliance gets rewarded, but also that patience doesn't last forever.
As what I'm showing. Okay, yes, you can raise your hand. Yes, Ms. Simmons.
I submitted evidence as well. It was something that filed with Superior Court, I believe. So I think they may have it. They said they were going to upload it for you to be able to see it.
Mr. Keys, Joshua, do you see anything from her that you could forward to me?
Yeah, let me give me 1 second. Hold on. I'll look.
Okay, give me one moment. Magistrate Court Clerks, Ms. Simmons. Okay, give me.
Yeah, they made a copy of it. Yeah, I took it into the office.
Waiting on the information from Ms. Simmons. Ms. Serena Camarillo, is there any update on the information that was sent?
I'm not sure when the last meeting with the court was, but I can say that on August 22nd, we received a response from an employer via fax stating that he was no longer employed at the location where we had sent the income withholding order to. They said he was no longer employed there.
Here's a turning point. DCSS confirms he lost another job. In child support law, willful unemployment is a big deal if you're choosing not to work. Judges see that as neglect, not bad luck.
Mr. Simmons, while I'm waiting for Ms. Simmons' information to be sent, mind you, I've already issued the warrant for your arrest, but you can go ahead and explain to me why you haven't paid any child support in the past 7 months.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm appearing under special appearance exclusively to address the challenge to jurisdiction. I request that no substantial matters proceed until jurisdiction clarification is fully resolved over my personal property. For the record, I request that all responses to the questions in my demand for clarification on jurisdiction be fully documented in court record. So a clarification of demand that was sent, that should be filed. That's what you're referring to. Demand for clarification of jurisdiction.
Okay. You have a child support order. Ms. Simmons has a child support order in DeKalb County. You are under an order to pay child support in the state of Georgia. It is for you, Mr. Simmons. You are the father of these 3 children. There's an existing child support order for you to pay child support. You're failing to pay the child support. You have not paid child support in 7 months. I'm still waiting, so give me 1 moment before I proceed. You don't want to explain to me why you're not working, any effort to comply with my order. The jurisdiction is determined that I absolutely have jurisdiction over you because your children are not being provided for by you. The last time we received was some unemployment in April and nothing since then. That's Mr. Simmons.
Your Honor, my demand includes several fundamental questions regarding the nature of the court's authority. I respectfully assert any jurisdiction over my personal property. specifically is state of Georgia operating as a corporation or as
Sir,
a,
I'm not entertaining those questions.
yes.
Those are sovereign citizens questions, and I'm not answering those questions. So I'm going to mute you for right now. Children, this is an appropriate proceeding. This is a government entity, and I have jurisdiction over our court in DeKalb County have jurisdictions over you. So this is the sovereign citizen kind of thing where people act like they're not, or they present that they're not members of the United States. And yeah, no, sorry, sir. You can present whatever you want and ride for. You've never made an issue, so I'm not going to let you, try to say we don't have jurisdiction.
And here it comes, the infamous sovereign citizen defense. You'll hear phrases like personal property, jurisdiction, special appearance. These sound legal, but they have zero weight in real courts.
Letter in the mail, stating basically that he believed that he should not be liable to pay child support. He did not agree to pay child support. Essentially, he said that he was under duress in having choices of his.
All right. So there are a number of entities out that go and challenge jurisdiction and the things that he's trying to do, reading some script of narrative that the judge doesn't have jurisdiction, and sometimes they say they're not a legal person. And I do find that you're intentionally abandoning your 3 minor children, which are Abraham, Asher, and Naomi. So I am issuing the warrant for your.
That mute button? That's courtroom power in action. Once someone starts invoking pseudo-legal jargon, judges shut it down fast to keep order. Notice how she stays calm, pure authority under pressure.
Ms. Simmons, unfortunately, this doesn't expedite. It's just going to go to court. They will arrest him when it's time. They'll take him into custody, and then your case is going to be transferred to state court. So once your case is transferred to state, if you are recording this proceeding, I am going to hold you in contempt, and I can issue another warrant for your arrest. You are not to record this proceeding.
I'm not actually recording. My advice is to make sure that this is being represented accurately.
Are you recording this proceeding, Mr. Simmons?
No, I'm not at all.
All right, thank you. Well, I was trying to give you an opportunity to explain why you haven't paid child support. You tried to address jurisdiction. I find there's jurisdiction over you, your children. So with that being said, sir, a warrant's been issued for your arrest. You're not providing support since April, and you did good. You got off the case, and then you decided $1,000 regular bond. Usually I give unsecured judicial releases, but I'm not because it's your second time before court. You can turn yourself in if you choose. If not, then.
And this is why this moment matters. After all the legal jargon, the courtroom becomes human again. The judge isn't just enforcing law, she's validating a mother's struggle. That empathy hits harder than any verdict.
That's what you can do with it. All right, that concludes our hearing. All right, Mr. Simmons, you could turn yourself into DeKalb County Jail. If not, there's a warrant outstanding, and when they do a sweep through any different counties, then you'll be arrested and taken into custody. You have a bond of $2,000, and that concludes our hearing. I'll give you one final word if you have a question, Mr. Simmons, but I'm not dealing with jurisdiction questions because I've already determined I have jurisdiction over you. Do you have anything else that you need to say before I conclude the hearing? You can
Yes,
unmute.
I'm here on special appearance.
Okay, thank